once you have the lockdown and you suspend democracy, which is what's happened, and you enter a tyranny that can only be described as fascistic, there are no legalities for humans anymore, because the government does what it likes. And it's not the politicians, they're just clueless. It's the dark suits behind the government that drive it. So that's only one step from the microchip, which is where they want to go. Of course, there will be no human race as we know it if we don't get our arses in gear now, worldwide. And people have said to me over the years, Brian, a few people can't control the world. That's ridiculous. They've got half the frickin' world locked down under house arrest, tiny few people, in a matter of weeks. What do you mean they can't? They are. So, how long are we going to take it? How long are we going to take it? Of course, the next thing they'll start doing is sorting out the food. What can put people under more dependency than the state controlling food? And you know, I'll tell you where this is going. I've said this before, but this is where it's going. They're moving eventually into a situation where food as we've known it will go. It will be synthetic food. What industry has been destroyed as much as any in the world as a result of this lockdown? Restaurants and etc. And they're not meant to exist in the long term, because they want to control food. Because if they control food, they control you. Because if you don't do what you said, you don't get any food. This is where we're going, and ultimately to the AI connection to the human brain, where we won't even be thinking our own thoughts anymore. AI will be doing our thinking for us.
Is that through the nanotechnology in
the
vaccine?
I mean, but they're telling us, Brian. This guy, Ray Kurzweil, another bleeding psychopath, in Silicon Valley, a Google executive, he says by 2030, humans will start to have their brains connected to AI. And these are his words, not mine. When that happens, AI will do more and more of human thinking until eventually human thinking as we know it will be virtually negligible. There is words I summarize. Now, we have a guy called Elon Musk. I did mention he was a psychopath, didn't I? And he came out some years ago, you might remember, said, AI could be the end of humanity. Yeah, right. And you know that. And so what does he do? He starts a company called Neuralink to connect the human brain to computers, right? And he also runs this SpaceX organizations putting satellites up, but he also runs Tesla cars, right? And they're electric cars, right? Electric cars. Why, the British government's just done it, why are they phasing out petrol cars and diesel cars? Because where they're going is autonomous vehicles where the computer will decide where you can go. Petrol car, you get in it, you drive where you want to go. When you're in an autonomous car, you will go only to the limits that the computer will take the car. And those computers will be encoded so that you go nowhere the government doesn't want you to go. And now, you can't have autonomous cars and petrol cars and diesel cars. So they're phasing out petrol and diesel on this ludicrous idea that humans are causing climate change, which is another 1% hoax run by computer models out of the same people that are running the computer models of the so-called virus. Everything you do and everything you purchase, A, we will know about, and B, we can decide any time if you can purchase or not. Because if you go into a store now, though, again, not as much as a few weeks ago, and you hand over a credit card, digital money, and they try your card and they say, sorry, it won't take your card. Computer won't take your card. So, okay, I'll pay cash then. So when there's no cash, a note, because